All right, this one deals with packing peanuts. Polystyrene and acetone is used, but then there's also starch peanuts that are introduced there. And it's kind of challenging in the packing business today to tell the difference between them because they have a similar shape and appearance, but you look at it closely, you can tell one's a plastic and one's actually just a formulation of starch. And so what this shows you is how they're both have air injected into them to make the little pellets, but the polystyrene has so much more air in there that the acetone quickly dissolves it and frees it up, and so you can see many more of those can be dropped into acetone and disappear than of the starch pellets dropped into water. We don't heat the water there. You could heat the water and that might help the starch ones to go in a little faster, but still, they just don't dissolve as fast because it's literally dissolving the starch material, which takes time, and freeing the air up, and there's just not as much air in there, where the polystyrene, the way it's manufactured with injection of gas in there, it's just tons of air, and so it quickly collapses and disappears volume-wise because the acetone freeing the gas within and reducing it down to just a polystyrene gel.
Now, if you put the acetone on the starch ones, would they dissolve?
No, you're talking, the starch pellets being dumped in the acetone would break down a little bit, but they are a water-based type substance, and so it's like oil and water. They're not going to mix. They're not the same. They're not the proper solvent for that, and so acetone's the solvent for polystyrene. Water is the best solvent for starch. Hot water, mixing around, stirring it, and forcing it in there, but it takes a while for that starch to hydrate and pull it in there, but it will over time.
Any safety concerns?
No major ones other than just working with acetone. It does have flammable properties and just an organic solvent, and being careful around that and thinking about what you're using there. The disposal of the situation is something that you can handle by just hanging on to what's left of the acetone. Some of it's going to evaporate away as you do it. Store it in a jar, and then when you get ready to do the demo again, pour the acetone that's still there off, leaving the residue that settles to the bottom of it. Add more acetone to that, do the demo again, and just keep adding back to your jar, and you can store it that way. And then eventually you'd probably want to just let the acetone evaporate away, or if it has it on its own, then you can dump the polystyrene into the trash. It turns into a solid once the acetone's gone.